Hi, I've been having sex dreams about you, wanna bang? Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It is your girl Dutchie, and in today's video I thought I would give you guys some advice on how to know if you're bisexual from yours truly, your local bi baddie. Yeah, good. Okay, let's get into it. So, you probably clicked on this video for one of two reasons. One, you're subscribed and part of the best fam on the internet. Hey, Dutchie fam! Or two, you're currently struggling with your sexuality, searching for some answers, and stumbled across my video. Or maybe both of those apply to you. Either way, I see you, I feel you, I know the struggle, and so the purpose of today's video is to help you feel more comfortable with figuring out whether or not you're bi, or coming to terms with your sexuality through sharing my experience with you and answering some of the questions that I've been getting from you guys recently on how to figure out whether you're bi or struggling with knowing if you're bi or gay. I will be answering all of those questions and more, so definitely keep watching. So, how do you know if you're bi? Well, unfortunately, it's not as easy as experimenting, or how many girls you've kissed, or how many people you've done things with. In fact, you can do all of these things and still not know, and still be struggling. So, I'm gonna travel back in time for a moment and tell you guys what I was going through and how I sort of came to terms with my sexuality and how I figured out I was into more than one gender, and then delve more into the thoughts and feelings that you may be having too, and try and answer some questions for you. So basically, about 3.5 years ago, when I was the ripe young age of 19, I began having dreams. Yeah, those kinds of dreams about someone I knew, a girl I knew. The first one, I woke up and I was like, yo, was that what I thought it was? Cause I'm thinking it was, and I had a sex dream about someone I knew, and I was like, okay. Anyway, didn't think anything of it, because you know, it's a dream. Dreams happen. I've had sex dreams about Justin Bieber before. Does it mean I'm going to have sex with Justin Bieber? No. You know, so I just like let it go, didn't tell anyone at all, didn't think about it, until I kept having the same dreams or variations of this one dream with this one girl, and I was like, yikes. What is my subconscious trying to tell me? Like, what is going on up in this bit? Like, this gal is trying to tell me something, you know? So eventually I spoke to this girl and I was like, hello, look, this is what's been happening. I'm just gonna be honest and throw it out there and see, like, if you want to experiment, because like obviously this does. Yeah, I was really forward about it, and I think about it now and I'm like, oh my god, how did I do that? But I'm so thankful I did, because now I'm here today talking to you guys about it and being able to help you guys, telling this girl how I felt and how I wanted to experiment, and whether she was up for it or not. And I tried to do it in the most non-awkward way possible, which of course is hard. Hi, I've been having sex dreams about you, wanna bang? Obviously I said it in a different way to that. Luckily enough, this girl was like, damn, I'm flattered, and also sort of wanted to experiment as well. Now, obviously that is a 1 in 100 or like 1 in 1,000 story. It's not always gonna work out that way. It's not always gonna happen that you do find someone to experiment with. If it does, good for you. And by no means am I saying that you need to experiment to figure out your sexuality. Hell no. Just because I did, and just because my body wanted me to, or my mind or whatever wanted me to, doesn't mean you have to. I would have figured it out eventually regardless. This is just how it happened for me. So this girl and I experimented, we slept together, we experimented, we tried every girl on girl thing under the sun, and I was like, damn, like this shit is natural to me. Like so much more natural than sleeping with a dude. And that was a massive turn on and a massive eye opener to me, because I had boyfriends. I'd had a long-term boyfriend, and yeah, like of course I slept with him. I loved him so much, and we did sleep together and it was good. Don't get me wrong, it was good, but it wasn't like this. Which brings me to my next point of trying to figure out whether I was bi or a lesbian, because honestly, with sex like this, how could I be into guys still? Like, how could I still want to sleep with a guy when sex like this exists? And that was a strong thought that I had for a long period of time, but I am bisexual and I'm still attracted to guys. That's the line. That is the bottom line. I'm still bisexual. And I'm gonna keep on telling you guys how I figured that out. Yeah, for a while there, I was sleeping with this girl, experimenting with this girl, realizing, heck yeah, I'm into girls. But also having a midlife or 19-year-old life crisis over the fact that I am now into a whole other gender that I was not aware of. Not only am I attracted to them, I'm sleeping with them. And I never thought I would. And that was never for any particular reason. People ask me all the time, was there a moment in your childhood that you sort of thought, dang, I was gay? And no, absolutely not. I was so into boys. I was always dating guys, honestly. Always had a boyfriend or always had a guy on the go. Always scouting for a guy. Like, I always wanted boyfriends. And that's, I think, why it shocked me so much. There was honestly nothing from my childhood where I could be like, oh yeah, actually, you know, never had crushes on girls. The only thing that I could think of is I did find girls so pretty. But at the time, my psyche or my subconscious was saying to me, or my even conscious was saying that I just wanted to look like them and I wanted to change who I was. I didn't want to be with them. I didn't want to date them. I didn't want to kiss them. I just wanted to look like them because I thought they were super pretty. But now that I think about it, I'm sort of like, Dutchie, maybe it was a little bit more than that, you silly bitch. So yeah, flash forward to about 6 months after experimenting and doing things with girls. I need to figure my shit out. I need to figure out what this whole thing is. And I would take time every day to like just sit there and delve into my thoughts and feelings and be like, okay, who are you into? What are you into? Everything. And yeah, I just sort of figured out, okay, clearly I'm attracted to girls. Am I still attracted to boys? And I thought about it and I was like, yes, I am. Would I still date a boy? Yes. Would I date a girl? Yeah, I would. And would I sleep with both? Yeah, I would. Sure, I have a preference for sleeping with women over sleeping with men. My romantic attraction to men versus women is honestly exactly the same. I'm not more likely to fall in love with a woman over a man or a man over a woman. That romantic attraction and want for love with either of those genders is equal. When it comes to being sexually attracted, I am more sexually attracted to women, but it doesn't mean that I'm not sexually attracted to men. That is what makes me bisexual. I am literally attracted to women and men, and having a sexual preference for one over the other does not make my bisexuality less valid. It doesn't make me not bisexual. It doesn't make me gay. It makes me bi. So here are some of the things that I did to figure out that I was bi. After experimenting, which is optional, you don't have to, I started thinking, okay, who am I attracted to? Who am I not attracted to? I realized I was attracted to more than one gender. That's the first tick. I also watched heaps of coming out videos, and not just bisexual coming out stories, lesbian coming out stories, gay guy coming out stories, transgender coming out stories, literally every coming out story ever under the LGBTQ+ umbrella. Not only to seek comfort, but also to know that I wasn't alone and to listen to other people and sort of differentiate myself from a lesbian's coming out story or a gay guy. And it honestly helped, and it made me a lot less worried and nervous and everything about it because I realized I wasn't alone. And obviously I knew from the start I wasn't alone. There are plenty of people out there who have gone through what I've gone through, but until you actually sit down and watch videos like that actually do help with the whole coming out and coming to terms with being a different sexuality other than hetero, it really helped. I also reached out to some bisexuals that I knew of, some of my friends, some were YouTubers, some were people I knew on Twitter that were bi, and I asked them questions. How long did it take you to figure it out? How did you figure it out? All of these questions that I get from you guys, I was asking people at one point in my life as well. And that's completely normal. It is completely normal to have questions and to ask things and be unsure. It is completely normal, and I want you guys to know that as well. Finally, I just gave it time. I stopped worrying so much about it and kept just doing me. I stopped stressing over it. I stopped trying to give myself a label for the time being. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna let this ride. I'm gonna go on this journey of self-discovery with myself and see where I end up. 6 months later, after initially experimenting with that girl, I was still in the same mindset. Nothing had changed. Still attracted to men and women. And I was like, heck, I'm bisexual and I'm proud of it and I'm ready for everyone to know about it. So I told my best friend and then I filmed a YouTube video about it and then I went home and I told my parents about it before uploading the video, and then yeah, the rest is history. Everyone found out through YouTube or through me talking to them and telling them, and for the most part the response was great. I had a couple of people who I thought were my friends act differently and treat me differently, and that's the reason they're not my friends anymore. But other than that, honestly, I have the best close-knit group of family and friends that I could ever ask for. Honestly, I could shed a tear. I had one of the best coming out experiences ever, and I understand that it's not like that for everyone. And if you're watching this and you didn't have a great coming out story, I'm so sorry for you, and I just want to give you the biggest hug and invite you into my family with my friends and my family and give you a good coming out experience, because I can imagine how hard that would be. I guess I've just tried to explain in this video how I figured out that I was bisexual. I think it's different for everyone though, and if you do have any more questions, definitely comment down below. But a question I get a lot from you guys is, I think I like girls, I know I like girls, but I still like have crushes on boys. Does this mean I'm bi? And I get really sad and upset because I think there is that stereotype that just because you already know you like girls and then you feel like you're crushing on a boy, that you can't be bi. And I think this is the thing with preferences, and it's such a big thing and it's such a big stereotype surrounding bisexuals and having preferences. Just because you have a preference or just because you think you know you like one gender and then you're starting to experiment or feel something for another can definitely mean that you're bi. Not always 100%, it could just be like a fleeting feeling or something like that, but you certainly don't have to question it, or it's certainly a possibility that you are. And it's great that you are questioning your sexuality, and it's awesome that you're coming to me and asking these questions and stuff. It's nice, and it's nice that I can give you guys advice, and I like sharing my experience and everything with you. So if you are questioning your sexuality at the moment and you think you may be bi, there are a couple of things that I want you to take away from this video. The first thing being, you can be bi with preferences. Sexuality is so fluid, and just because you may be way more attracted to one than the other doesn't make you any less valid or your bisexuality any less valid, hun. Honestly, if you're attracted to more than one gender, you're bi. And it doesn't matter who you're dating either. May I add, I could be dating a boy, still bi. A girl, still bi. That grinds my gears when people think, okay, well she's dating a boy now, so she's straight. No, hun. I am bi till the day I die. Thank you. And yeah, coming to terms with your sexuality is a journey. It's not a race. Everyone's journey is different. Everyone takes different lengths of time. Some people figure it out straight away. Some people know from a very young age. Some people don't figure it out till later in life, and that's totally fine. It's okay to not know. It's okay to be struggling with not knowing whether you're bi or gay. All of these things are valid feelings and things and thoughts that you can be having. They're all normal. We've all had them. Some of us have had them, some of us haven't. And I think it's important to remember that there are so many people out there who have gone through what you're going through. I'm here for you. I've experienced so much of it, and yeah, we're all here for you. Oh, Lordy May, Lordy May. I'd just like to say I had the best Vegemite scroll before filming this video. If you guys have any other bisexuality questions for me, definitely comment them down below. I'll be replying to every single one of them and giving as much advice as I can. I'm also planning a video with my parents. If you guys want to see me film a video with my mum and dad, if you guys want me to film a video with my parents on how they reacted, whether they thought I was bi growing up, all of those sorts of questions and more, like getting you guys to ask questions of my parents, let me know if you think that'd be a good idea in the comments, because I think it would be good, especially for Pride Month and coming out and things like that. Also, if you want a full updated video on my coming out experience fully, then also let me know in the comments below, because I have posted a coming out video. However, it was when I was coming out, and a lot of you haven't seen it, so I could do something like a coming out 4 years later, how I feel now, how I felt back then, that sort of thing. Yeah, if you want anything like that, also let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.